All right, this is a quick video just to summarize what I'm seeing. Um, like a rough um, view on the market in the morning. Then I go on to draw up a game plan, and and I'll put it on the Discord. I'm gonna create. If it's okay with you, you let me know. But I think I want to create a new Discord server just for the pod, and and well, whatever. We'll get into that later. So. Um, I took a trade a while ago here on NQ, and it was so this thing was, if we we already know that we sold off. We had a huge sell-off on Thursday, then we get chop, but still a downtrend on Friday, and now here overnight we kept on selling on. Overall, from the levels that we were at before, which was in the 26 200s, we're now basically 1,000 points lower. So, looking this in isolation, this looked like this was, selling off in a downtrend, and it put up a bottom here in the low 200s, and and then and we have some volume capitulation. I mean, we have some volume capitulation here into the low 300s, and then when that gets taken out, it keeps drifting lower. Um, it catches bids here, and we see some volume here, more like accumulated volume, and then it comes back up, and then it comes back down, and it looks like it wants to take out that area where we just bounced off of, and this volume that was here. So, it kind of like retraces back up. We have a VPOC here at 250s. We have a trend line here, and I shorted off of this area, and I took this trade, and it was a very good trade. But it's okay maybe that I took that trade, but I need to zoom out in context, and like my bigger picture view is that I thought it was this same mistake I keep mistaking all the time, doing all the time. I thought this was just going to break below that and just continue to sell off. And it's quite stupid to think that when, if you think of it, we're already 1,000 points off of the area we were trading before. We sold off that day. We kind of sold off the other day. Now we have an overnight sell off here. So it's kind of asking too much of this to actually continue selling off. So it's stupid to be pushing for that. So I did take this trade and it worked, but then I tried, I'm gonna 5 second, then I tried to basically to take it again. Um, um, I think I took it. Oh yeah, I remember. So I took it off too early, and then I thought, okay, I left a ton on the table here, so now I'm gonna go for continuation to make up for what I didn't make up there, and I ended up losing everything that I made. So, and now look at this, we're just actually, heading back up, and we're already literally 100, more than 100 points higher than what we were here at the lows. So, um, it, this is not supposed to be a review of my trading. It's supposed to be game plan, kind of like going over what the conditions are. And I can see that the conditions are, we are extended to the downside. If there's no, you know, really negative catalyst or negative market sentiment that's going to make this go lower, which could happen. But at this point, it doesn't seem that we have it. I mean, it's as negative as it was before, I guess, on Friday and over the weekend. This thing, at least for now, it looks like it could be finding a bottom, and we're either gonna get chop around here, or maybe even get a bounce and go back up to these levels before we take these levels out. If we go to the higher time frame, we are at an area. We are in the 25. 200s and 300s, this area here. We're at this area. So we moved from the 25 700s that were here. That's the most important value area. You can see it there. We were up here in the 26 300s, but when coming on the way down, this 25 700 area was always the most important value area. And we're taking that area out and moving down into this area, the 200s, 300s. But okay, there's a lot of liquidity there. It's likely that we're going to maybe spend some time there. If it takes out this area, it goes down below the 24,000s, but we don't know if that's going to happen yet. And um, it's kind of normal that this thing is actually pushing back in this area. So obviously overnight, like really early, thin tape, and but you can like these, here it was about to crack, about to crack, about to crack, and then the buyers would always step in and soak and push it back up. That's kind of the price action and the tape that we're seeing right now. And it could change at the open, but that's how it is right now. So I probably would expect that to be the norm. We're gonna get that again. You have to be kind of very careful to with um, when you're at the tops or bottoms of ranges, and most likely it's going to be a fade. That's my opinion. Even though it's trending down, it's not going, it's not running. There's no momentum. There was some momentum here when I caught it, but that was it. Okay, so my opinion, likely we may be, I mean, if we get here a reclaim of VWAP and reclaim of 300s, we might need to make it back, although make a move actually higher. Either we chop around or we go higher. I wouldn't push for it to go lower. Oil looks like it's bouncing. Um, I don't see a ton of volume here indicating, bottom, but at the same time, we did get this gap down. I guess because nothing happened over the weekend and they were expecting something to happen. So all this, you know, well, getting up all into these areas is sort of like the build up into escalation. There was no real escalation. Sell down, but this is again, we were up in 65, the 65, we're already down already, touching. We fell below 62. It could reverse because this is a pretty extended move here, and we're kind of seeing that here. Um, to me, it's important this reclaim of 62. I would want to see a reclaim VWAP for to basically, count on this going up. But again, 62 is the key level, so I don't know. Maybe it's a trade that I'm already missing here. Um, it's reclaiming this little standard deviation band of VWAP, and we have a local VPUC here in the 6220. So I don't know if this could be a good trade here. I don't know if I'm taking it. And then the metals, I'm not going to mess. I don't think it's a good idea to mess with metals right now. But um, it's the same principle here, I guess. After these massive sell-offs that we got, it might be a moment where we're going to get some sort of bounce, and I would probably wait until we get a reclaim of VWAP, maybe a reclaim of this VPUC here to actually get involved, if anything. But this is gold, silver. I'm not even look at it. And if we looked at them both on a higher time frame, they're both looks like they're finding a bottom here right into that anchored VWAP that I've had it anchored for a couple of months already. Um, this is silver and this is gold. So, into that anchor VWAP. That may mean something. Looks like they're both bouncing off of it. So maybe something to look at. Maybe these things flip to the long side and it gives us some long trades. But that might happen before the open. So I don't know. So, but this is so far what I'm looking at. So I'm interested in that turn in oil, maybe the turn here in metals, and also probably looking for at a turn here in in NQ, where this thing has been on a downtrend and maybe it's ready to, you know, to reverse. So that's what I'm looking at right now.